guys, it's Kayla from Sailing Away with T and K, and welcome to Cooking Time. Today we're going to do something a little bit different, and this is in preparation for Thanksgiving that's coming up. We're actually going to a Friendsgiving party tonight, and this is a really easy, popular hit for bringing to parties or family gatherings. Today we're going to make corn casserole. And I actually have a recipe here that TJ can focus in on. The recipe calls for 1 box of Jiffy corn mix, 2 cans of creamed corn, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of sugar, half a cup of water, 1 stick of butter, and a small onion. Now, because I'm going to a party...
We'll put this in the description too.
Okay. Because I'm going to a party tonight, I'm going to double this recipe. So I'm basically taking everything that's here and doubling it. I am going to make one substitution. Instead of the onion chopped, I don't like biting into a piece of onion. And so unless you cut your onion really fine, you have a chance of that happening. So since I'm going to a party, I'm just going to use minced onion instead. It's already finely chopped. It will still have the onion flavor, but it won't have that crunch factor because I'm not a fan of the crunch. So also, because I'm going to a party, I'm making it in an aluminum pan. I've already sprayed this with cooking spray. That way we can just leave it there and head on home. So I have 2 cups of melted butter, and I just melted it in the microwave, 4 eggs, a cup of water. This is 4 tablespoons of sugar, 4 cans of cream style corn, and 2 boxes of the regular Jiffy corn muffin mix.
But they can use any type of corn mix they find. They may not.
Yes, and they did have the honey kind, and I was really tempted to buy that, but I didn't know how that would do with the corn, so I just stuck with the original. Now, the good thing about all this is you just mix it all together.
Question,
so,
does the water have to be room temperature, cold, warm at all?
Cold, just cold water.
Just cold water, okay.
So I'm going to start with, I just melted, this was 2 sticks of butter. I stuck it in the microwave for about 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that in.
I would like to say, we are staying our diets. This is just something to bring to a friend's house. We're still being good. It's just, you do what you gotta do for friends.
It is the holidays, so. Well, that's why we're bringing it in a pan so we can leave it there. All right, I'm gonna start with my corn. This is a pretty good, like, if you don't have a lot of time to make, like, this is a dump and go, which is my personal favorite. But, like, if you don't have a lot of time to make something, but you still want to make something savory that tastes good, this is a pretty easy option for you. So that's 2 cans. This is can number 3. Can you reach in the drawer and get me a fork? I'm gonna kind of like whisk the eggs before I put them in.
Will do.
Just so I'm not fighting with a yolk.
You know who's really gonna love this recipe?
Who?
Papa Bozo.
Oh, really?
Well, he likes the old Southern cooking. This is kind of a Southern thing.
Yeah, this definitely is Southern. Some of the northern friends may not have heard of this before, but it's kind of like corny cornbread. It's like a cornbread corn cake almost.
It's almost like it almost has like a creamy velvety
really
texture.
sweet.
It's real good. Now, one thing, my mom would make this, but she'd like experiment with, like, she'd make a taco meat, let it cool, put it in the batter with like some salsa mixed in, and cheese, and make it like a Mexican, like a fiesta one, yes. And if you go online, there's a bunch of different it's basically the same recipe, but you can add stuff to it. So that's what's fun about this recipe. It's, you know, you can interchange it with so much stuff. but it is delectable by itself.
Alright, so I got my eggs just kind of whisked. I didn't want to be chasing 4 yolks around after I poured them in. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put my sugar. So this is 4 tablespoons. My water. Okay, now I don't really know how much would equal 2 onions. I'm gonna probably do about half.
That's what I would do.
So just, you want the onion flavor, we just don't want to bite into a bunch of onions.
Now, let's say you didn't have to mince onion, you did want to do like you said, could you just do like a whole bunch of onion powder probably to get away with it?
I don't know, because onion powder is real salty. That's going to add.
Okay, gotcha.
No, I wouldn't do onion powder. You probably could. I've never done it. I don't really know what's going to happen if you do that.
Okay, well, just throw it out there, baby. Yes, sir.
All right, so now's the work.
Work.
Just kind of start in the middle. Start adding.
This is so good to look at when I've just decided to go kill all carbs whatsoever out of my diet till Universal.
And definitely make sure everything's mixed in and you don't have any chunks of cornmeal mix. It a little deeper now. So pretty easy. One pot, like everything goes in together.
This is really the hardest part, correct? The whole thing. That.
I mean, it's
and opening cans.
Yeah, it's gonna bake now.
Now, what did you have the oven preheat again to?
The oven is preheated on 350.
Okay.
For a normal recipe, like a regular size recipe, it takes 45 minutes. So I am going to up the time. I'm going to start with 1 hour and 5 minutes and just gonna kind of check. And you're going to do like the toothpick test like you do with cakes. Like if you stick a toothpick in the middle and it comes out clean, then it's done. So we'll check in with y'all. But I'm gonna start it with maybe like 1 hour 5, and then come back and check.
Now, are you gonna cover this though, or it's gonna go in as is?
Goes in as is.
That looks so good, y'all. We'll say we've had smells in this house they haven't smelled in 2 months.
So it's kind of Thanksgiving-y, and it's kind of like a sweet and savory all in one.
Well, it's a staple down here in Louisiana.
Yeah,
I mean, you go to anybody's Thanksgiving, you're going to have corn casserole.
Just kind of making sure it's getting in all the edges.
I'm going to open the oven for you and film, because I can dual task like that.
This is not stable, so I'm going to pull out the oven.
That's the only bad thing about using aluminum. Especially when it's still in liquid mode.
I mean, it'll be fine once it's cooked, but while it's liquid, it's just kind of wobbly. So just make sure it's in the center of your rack.
Now, we don't have to worry about putting anything underneath, like it's going to overflow or anything, really?
No, it's not going to rise, like at all, really.
Right.
So I'm going to start with 1 hour, and then we're going to check on it and see. Well, let's just do an hour 5. Hour 5, like I said. So when the hour 5 is up, we'll film it. That way y'all can see what it looks like. And if we have to add more time, we will at that time. But that's it. Like, that's as much prep work as you need. So what was that? Less than 10 minutes?
About a little under 10 minutes, yeah.
And I like pre-prepared a few things. So 10 minutes prep work, and then the oven does the rest for you. And it's definitely a hit. So we'll be back. See y'all in 1 hour. Hey guys, it's been an hour and 5 minutes. Actually, we're within the last minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and check on the corn casserole and see what's going on. I have a couple of toothpicks here that I'm gonna use to kind of test.
Oh, I can already tell
Yeah, it's not done.
No, it's a little jiggly.
Yeah.
Like Sam's belly button. I think it's so liquefied still that it's not going to.
It's not that. I mean, it will be jiggly.
But not that jiggly.
I'm gonna add 20 more minutes.
Okay.
And then we will reassess.
Alright.
Alright, so with the 20, there'll be an hour and 25 minutes.
And just a reminder, everybody, this is a double
Maybe
batch.
I should add, I'm gonna add 25 minutes, so that way it'll have cooked an hour and a half. That is double time. The original time was 45 minutes, so 45 and 45 is an hour and a half. So I would for sure think within an hour and a half it should be done.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be back in 25 minutes to hopefully take it out of the oven. Hey guys, welcome back. So the timer just went off for 25 minutes. So it has been in the oven for a full hour and a half. So I would think it's done. Oh, it's very brown.
That's definitely firmer than last time.
Let me get a toothpick. I think it's done.
Yay.
Let me you go ahead and pull it out and we can look at it.
Easier to get out this time?
Yeah. It's probably, as it cools, it's going to sink.
Deflate?
Yeah, it's gonna deflate.
So how long should you let it sit for?
I'll leave that on for a minute. Just
Okay.
Man, is that deep?
It's
I
clean.
mean, it's coming out clean. Yeah, I'm actually gonna set it on top of the stove, like that way it's got air can pass through.
Right.
I would let it set probably a good 30 minutes before you start serving it, just to let it firm up a little bit. I mean, obviously, if you need to, you can just go ahead and start serving it. It's just probably going to be a little
Jiggly. A little loose.
Yeah, so if you could give it maybe like 30 minutes to kind of firm up, that would be a lot better. But like I said, it's already kind of started cracking a little bit. So if it will crack more as it cools, and it's going to deflate. So
You can already see it's gone down a little bit.
Don't be alarmed if like it sinks a little, and if it starts cracking a little bit more. That's completely normal. But that's it. So we're going to a party in a couple of hours, and this is what I'm gonna bring with us. So don't forget to like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on Instagram, and smash that bell at the bottom so you're always notified, and hit that Subway subscribe
You can say
button.
you can say subscribe. It's a vlog.
Okay. Hit that subscribe button so you're always aware of whenever we do a cooking video. We do try to put them out every Tuesday to premiere at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Okay,
I think I said all the things.
Yes, you did, and we will. And also, don't we plan something right now coming up?
The group cruise?
Yeah. You know, December 15th, 2022, $15 per cab until December 15th, 2020. So, but space is limited. So,
Space is limited.
So if you, like we said, that's a Christmas, that's a stocking stuffer right now for $50.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you make this for your Friendsgiving or Thanksgiving, and you will be a hit of the party. So thanks for tuning in. We will see y'all later.
Bye.
Happy cooking.